fucking general down.
Holy moly, sir. Holy moly, sir.
Squad mates back on station. Good
Back
work.
on the field.
You're back on station. Go get after it.
ਉੱਥੇ ਆਪਦੀ ਲੂਟ ਚੱਕ ਲਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਜੌਨ ਚ ਗਿਆ ਆ ਉਰੇ ਬੰਦਾ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ
Dally
ਕਿੰਨੇ
hostile.
ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਦੋ ਤਿੰਨ ਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਆ ਜਾ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਆ ਜਾ ਬੰਦੇ ਆਉਣਗੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਛੇਤੀ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੋ ਜਾ ਉਹ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਆਇਆ ਗ੍ਰੈਪਲ ਜੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਕੰਮ ਯਾਰ ਯਾ bro I know ਉਹ ਤੇਜ਼ ਹੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਪੀਸੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਸੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਯਾ बहुत तेज थे रे बहुत ही तेज थे को क्या होना चाहिए
Use this time for some target practice. The real thing's coming soon. Enemy dropping into the AO. Station, green light. We're deploying to the war zone.
मेरे तो हेडफोन च बदलने वाले हो गए मेरे तो हेडफोन च बदलने वाले हो गए यार चलते चलते बंद हो जाते हैं
Stay alive to keep the squad in the fight.
भाई लोग या
मेंशन
Adding armor.
Nigga, brother almost just died.
Like real talk though. I hope.
नहीं कोई
ना
खौफ ही बड़ा है
लूट करो
पैसे वाधू हुए हैं भी इकट्ठे कर खड़े हैं फिर दो पैसे ले लेना
Napalm strike ready for delivery.
That shit tasted amazing. Very passionate about it. I don't like something. I don't like it.
Oh no
Get hunting.
I'm good
कीमा वाला
good
पैसे हो गए अपने का
let's go money on the buy
रहन दे ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਤੀ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ
ਤੈਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਹੀ ਰਿਹਾ ਵੀ ਡ੍ਰੌਪ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ
Come get this loot.
It's telling me there's a... Oh, brother, this gun is telling me where the ops are.
Where? Hold on, where you at, brother? Let's go.
आजा गोपी मिनट मार रहा है इतना टाइम ना
ओके Okay, loadout. Okay.
I tell you the distance of how far it goes.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
थल्ले आऊगा.
Hey, nigga, the gun is staying the same fucking distance. Nigga, this is fun.
Talking about from how far a wall is from me.
Let's go. Keep rolling.
I got fucking clapped
Big noob
up.
किथे मर गया? पूरी बंदे आ गए.
Squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
इन्होंने जहाँ
Switching mags.
Inserting additional armor.
that's too bad.
Oh, एक और है हवा दे.
किथे हवा जा? हवा ते आके कूप पे जा.
He's in the air. Yeah, air, in the air. I just marked the guy, bro. I just marked the guy.
Somebody landed on the other
Located
side.
enemy.
उधर हो गया एक उतर गया. You papi puta madre.
Your squad's in the safe zone.
What's
Gas
this
is
or?
moving.
Yeah.
Somebody got a UAV.
ये भी कितने दी आंदी है?
8 ਦੀ. ਬੌਂਟੀ ਚੱਕ ਲਾ.
Bounty जकी.
Okay, ਮਿਲ ਗਈ.
Bounty targets identified. Weapons free.
जाना bounty से जाना.
Yeah. Two
Down
guys.
hostile.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Okay, roof, bitch ass nigga.
ये पीछे बंदा था दे ला. Fight. लड़ो.
That was not no regular picture, brother.
Appreciate the lift. Adding armor.
Fully.
Squad mate back on station.
Run down,
Good
you
work.
can be with it fully, brother.
Back with fat
Oh,
fuck.
barn. People on the barn. There's one guy in the barn. Come on.
Up in the air.
Located enemy.
One shot. On me.
Adding armor.
Yeah.
Okay. चल लाना.
Destroyed. Use your tank map to hunt them.
Adding armor.
चल आया.
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਘਰ 'ਚ ਬੰਦਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ.
There's a nigga in this building. Mike. There's a nigga in that building.
Okay, clear.
Switching mags.
Nice. Keep it coming.
What the fuck is this?
Rally hostile.
What is this?
तुम किन्नू मारो मैं किधर?
ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਟੈਗ
Indicating
ਲੱਗ.
waypoint.
आजा क्लोज इन भाई है. आजा.
How do I turn that shit on?
आजा.
घरे आ मैनू लगदा.
You're in the top
आधे दे
10.
पीछे.
क्रैक.
मैं
Squad mate.
किने कीता? एनी कीता.
है नहीं. या है नहीं.
Loading fresh mag. Heads up.
ओ तेरी.
Operating from that squad. Hunt them down.
Got myself up.
चक मैंने.
On your feet.
Hold on.
Why do I have to roll the left stick in front? That's dumb as fuck.
They trying to kill me.
Where?
I don't know. Somewhere over here,
UAV पॉप अप कर रहे हैं यार. बहुत हो गया.
UAV available for tasking. Requesting UAV overflight.
ये स्ट्राइक खरीदना कहीं मैं तो.
ओके इधर पिछले ਨੂੰ ਲਪੇਟੀਏ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਆ ਜਾ.
Your squad made it to the safe zone.
चल.
Gas is
ਆਪਣੇ
inbound.
ਇੱਥੇ ਗ੍ਰੈਪਲ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ.
Located enemy.
या
थल्ले जाता.
ओके वन डाउन.
Head armor's gone.
ओके
Reloading.
ਉਹ सरप्राइज ला ਰਹੇ ਆ ਮਾਮਾ.
Adding
ये
armor.
आप कर.
कवर ले रहे हैं. कवर ले रहे हैं. इधर पीछे है बंदा. क्लोजिंग इन.
क्रैक.
Almost dead.
No way. Help him. Cover up. Yo, blue, cover me up. On me, no. Shit,
Oh
bro.
my god, this nigga's everywhere!
तू सेफ हां
ओ मैं तो मर गया मामा सेफ दा की मतलब तू लोड चक ते थोड़ा जा आ की करिए ना लेटा रे लेटे रहना सी यार हां नहीं पर तू ऊपर नु क्यों जा रहे हैं फिर ओदे व्यू च आ जाएगा तू 10 सेकंड nigga come on bro
I'm gonna get bog killed.
3 seconds come on bro one more sec
Oh my god!
you noob big noob get oh man ooh ਉੱਥੇ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਨੋਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੱਢਿਆ ਬ੍ਰਿਜ ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਨੋਕ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਢਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਇੰਨਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਨਾ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਛੱਡ
Enemy dropping into the AO. Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone. Resurgence.
शैम्पी लास्ट आवर
Survive to redeploy to teammate. Kill to bring them back.
ਲੋੜੀ ਲੈਣਾ ਲੋੜੀ ਜੰਪ
शैम्पी लास्ट आवर आप लोग के डाले
ਠੀਕ ਆ ਬਾਈ
Enemies are dropping into the area.
yeah,
Watch the skies.
And where you land
Smoke
at?
screen bombardment available.
Oh, we are right here. Good.
चलिए लेट्स गो
go
Enemy buy station incoming.
आ गया
ਭਜਾ ਮਾਮਾ ਭਜਾ ਪੁਣਵਾਤਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਭੱਜਾ ਸਰਪ੍ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖਦਾ
मामा तो नहीं चक्कर
ਬਸ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਸਿੱਧਾ 20 ਘੰਟੇ ਤੂੰ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਜਿਗ ਜੈਗ ਕਰ ਲਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਸਿੱਧਾ ਲੈਣ ਚ ਲਈ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਮਾਮਾ ਵੀ ਆ ਬੈਲ ਮੁਝੇ ਮਾਰ ਹੈ ਐਨੂੰ ਬੜੇ
English, bro.
ਉਹ ਬਿਗ ਨੂਬ
What the fuck they saying?
ਏ ਪੁੱਤਾ ਮਾਦਰੇ
Redeploying.
Bays, they in there. There's 2 people in that building.
ਬਿਗ ਨੂਬ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਬੰਦੇ
ਇੱਥੇ ਐਨਮੀ ਹੈ ਆਈ ਡੋਨਟ ਨੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੰਦਾ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ
ਯਾ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ bro
I popped the loadout by the way.
Your squad mate is redeployed. Well done.
yo need help boys
You've made it to the top 10.
किथे हैं तुम आगे तेरे
We've got 10 squads active in the field.
मेरी गेम लैग होगी मेरी गेम रुक गई bro my game लैग होगी bro my game लैग होगी bro ਆ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਯਾਰ ਹੈਲੋ
ਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਵੀ ਹੋਇਆ
ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਕੱਢਤਾ
ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੇਮ ਹੀ ਫਰੀਜ਼ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀ
that is some kind of bullshit
ਚਲ ਇੱਕ ਲਾ ਲੈਣਾ ਦੋ ਲਾਉਣਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ
ਆ ਗਈ ਆ ਵੀ ਇੱਧਰ ਦੇਖੀ ਬੜਾ ਆ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਬੜਾ
दिल दे दिया है रब दी कसम यारा होना नहीं गुजारा
Check weapons in the air. We're holding deployment. Enemy soldier incoming. All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Resurgence.
Yo, what's up?
Survive
What's
and
up,
your
man?
team can redeploy.
Yo.
Eliminate targets and bring
Loadout.
back the
Loadout.
dagger. Get ready.
Yeah, net.
Let's go, Keith. Let's go, Keith. My Keith.
Bounty targets marked. Kill them
Let's go.
all.
आया टाइम ना ला होना जा
Enemy
Go,
dropping
go.
into the AO.
I'm riding.
ਉਰੇ ਤਾਂ ਕੁਛ ਗੜਬੜੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ
Switching
ਕੋਈ
mags.
ਨਹੀਂ ਦਬਦਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਆ ਤੂੰ ਚੱਲ ਆਪਦੀ ਕਾਰਵਾਈ ਪਾ ਬਸ ਸੰਭਲ ਕੇ
ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਗੱਡੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੇ ਪਾਰਕ ਵੀ ਲਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਜੀ ਉਹ ਆ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਕੈਂਪਰ ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਆ ਜਾ ਆ
You're the
ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆ
last
ਗਿਆ
one
ਯਾਰ
standing, soldier.
ਉਹ ਕੈਂਪਰ ਨੂੰ ਕੈਂਪਿੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਹੁਣ ਤਾਂ ਮਾਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਹੋਰ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਉਹਦੇ
Enemy soldier
ਬੋਲੇਗਾ ਕੁਛ
incoming.
ਯਾ ਮੈਂ ਫੋਕਸ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ
Hostile
ਚਲੋ
airstrike.
ਸਾਰੇ ਤਾਂ ਮਰ ਗਏ
ਉਹ ਲੈ ਗਿਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਟਰੈਕਟਰ
ਆ ਲੈ ਮੇਰਾ ਪਿੱਛੋਂ ਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੜਿਆ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਜੇ ਪਲਾਨ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਈ ਯਾਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਾ ਜਾਇਓ hey don't go back there
ਕਾਫੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਲੋਡ ਆਊਟ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਤਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਹੀ ਆ ਦੇਖ ਲਾਂਗੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਾਰਡ ਮਿਲ ਗਿਆ ਲੋਡ ਆਊਟ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੇ
ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਜ਼ਰਾ
Back on the field.
Getting another chance. Weapons free.
ਇਹ ਪਿੰਕ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਗਿਆ ਗਦਾ
ਪਿੰਕ
ਪਲਾਨ ਇਹ ਤੂੰ ਗਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਗਿਆ ਬਈ ਆ ਲੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੀ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਆ ਮਮਾ ਸ਼ਵਾਲਾ Hey bro, this Mander is a big noob.
ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਣਾ
Factory ਚੱਲ
Go get after it.
ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਜਾ
Rally on marked cohorts.
ਗ੍ਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਗ੍ਰੀਨ ਤੇ
Some of your squad is outside the
मैं
safe
लानी मैं
zone.
क्या हम तो मैं जा भी नहीं रहा था मैं
सरप्राइज
Come
पे
get
है
this loot.
पूरी हो गए बे मैं तो
Your squad mate is redeploying. Well done.
ਚੱਕ ਲੋਡਡ ਮਿਲ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ
ठीक है भाई
ਬੰਦਾ ਯਾਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ।
Come get this loot.
ਤੇ ਤੇਰੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ
पता नहीं डूड मैं तो
ਆਹ ਤੇ ਫਿਰਦਾ ਉਹ ਯਾਰ
इन्ना कल्ला ही है
ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਗੋਲੀਆਂ ਮਾਰੀਆਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਲੁਕਿਆ ਬੈਠਾ ਸੀ ਕੈਂਪਰ
Enemy dropping into the AO.
ਯਾਰ ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਮਾਰੀਆਂ ਉਹਦੇ
अबे नहीं
ਪੈ ਗਈਆਂ ਸ਼ੈਂਪੀ ਦੇ ਵੀ ਪੈ ਗਈਆਂ ਸ਼ੈਂਪੀ ਦੇ ਵੀ
Oh shit
ਕੀ ਮੋਲ ਹੈ
I'm running ਉਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ ਗਏ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਬਚਾ ਲਓ
ਕਿੰਨੇ ਆ
ਇੱਕ ਹੋਲ ਟੀਮ
ਗੋਲੀਆਂ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਆ
ਹੋਲ ਟੀਮ
ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਆ
ਲੁਕ ਜਾ ਮਾਮਾ ਲੁਕ ਜਾ
Back on the field.
Ready.
ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਬੜਕਾ
ਲੋਡੀ ਲੈ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਯਾਰ ਬਾਕੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਆ
ਉਹ ਯਾਰ
Damn, bro. Get up out of John.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
ਜਾਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੋ ਜਾ
Dang.
ਮੇਰਾ ਲਾਸਟ ਮੈਚ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਤੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਲਾਸਟ ਚਲੋ ਨਾਲੇ ਭੁੱਖ ਲੱਗੀ ਆ ਯਾਰ
You have reinforcements inbound.
ਇਹ ਵੀ ਕੁਛ ਕਰੋ ਬੌਂਟੀ ਲਾਓ ਬੰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਦਿਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹੇ ਯਾਰ
ਬੌਂਟੀ ਨੇੜੇ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਮਾਈਕ ਜੇ
Located enemy.
ਫੈਕਟਰੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਜੀ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਕਿ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਨਾ ਸੈਲਫ ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਪਈ ਆ
Come get this loot.
ਚੱਕ ਲਈ ਹੈਗੀ ਉੱਥੇ
Smoke screen
ਅੱਛਾ ਟਾਵਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਬਾਈ ਟਾਵਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆ
ਟਾਵਰ ਤੇ
ਪਾਣੀ ਵਾਲੀ ਟੈਂਕੀ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਧਰ ਥੱਲੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਲੜ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਯਾਰ
Vehicle marked.
Get your squad to the safe zone. Leave no one behind.
Reloading.
ਐ ਡੂਡ ਆ ਦੇ
That's located.
ਉਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਗੰਦੀ ਪਈ ਬਈ
Adding armor.
ਉਹਨੇ ਕਰੀਏ ਉਹਦੇ ਸਨਾਈਪਰ ਆ ਉੱਥੇ
ਕਿੱਥੇ
ਉੱਥੇ
ਆ ਕਰੇ?
ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਸਨਾਈਪਰ ਉਹ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆ ਦੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਤਿੰਨ ਜਣੇ
We've gas on my
ਫਿਰਦੇ
grid.
ਇਹ ਸਟ੍ਰਾਈਕ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਵਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਮਾਰ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਬਾ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਰਹੇ
I'm under fire.
ਆਪ ਵੀ ਦੱਸਣ ਦੇ
ਬਹੁਤ ਭੰਨੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਟ੍ਰਾਈਕ ਸਟੂਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਭੰਨੇ ਆ ਵੈਸੇ ਮੈਂ
ਬਾ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਉਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਪੈ ਗਏ ਇਧਰੋਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਪਈਆਂ
ਕਿੱਧਰੋਂ ਜਾ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ
ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਭੱਜ ਲਿਆ ਕੱਲਾ ਹੀ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ
They got me.
they got me
Adding armor.
ਨਹੀਂ
crack
Positive
मेरे
ID
नीचे
on
बंदा है।
bounty target.
यार
ਮਾਰਦਾ ਨੀਚੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਤਾਂ ਮਾਰਦਾ
नाइस क्रैक करके भेजा ये स्क्वाड वाइप हुई है तेरी
ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਹੋਣਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਚੁੱਪ
तेरी स्क्वाड वाइप हुई है कि नहीं
I'm under fire.
हैं
Adding
ਉਹ
armor.
ਬੰਦਾ ਦੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦਾ ਦੇ
I don't see him sorry बा किथे है
मैं मार के
Enemy
पीछा
soldier
भी
incoming.
ओ नहीं ओए स्नाइप्ड हो गया ओए गधे देखी किते होर दे लो इत्थे ही अख रखी बैठे ने यार बिग noob yo boys you gotta buy us back
Heads up.
मैं कहना मैं रुक जा मैं जा रहा हूँ
Target.
नहीं 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 मेरा भी टाइमिंग चल रही है मैं भी वापस
तेरा
आया
हैगा है किथे जाना
मैं कहनी रिसर्चेंस बंद हो गई मैं तो ਉਹਦੀ ਲੂਟ ਤੇ ਲੈਂਡ ਹੋਊਂਗਾ ਟਾਵਰ ਤੇ
Get ready. Resurgence
मेरी
window
लूट
is
थल्ले
about to
पई है
close.
ते मैं नहीं था लूडर ਚੱਕ ਲੈ
ਤੂੰ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਉਹ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੀ ਆ ਬਾਏ ਵਾਲਾ ਉਹ ਅੰਡਰ
Stand by for redeployment.
ਕਲੀਅਰ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਦੀ ਜਾਣਾ
Adding armor.
ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ ਤੂੰ ਟਾਵਰ ਤੇ
ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਪ੍ਰਿਜ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਚੱਲੇ ਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਦਬਦਬਾ ਬਣਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਪੇਟਾਂਗੇ ਗਧਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਤੜਫੜ ਜੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਆ ਕਿੱਧਰੋਂ ਪੈ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਕੀ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਆਇਆ
ਮੈਂ
I think ਕੋਈ ਗ੍ਰੈਪਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਗੋਪੀ ਨੀਡ ਹੈਲਪ ਬ్రో ਉਹ ਕੁੱਦ ਗਿਆ ਪਰ
ਤੇ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਸਟਕ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੌਰੀ ਭਾਈ
ਫੇਰ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ
Squad mates located a high value
ਚੱਲ
target.
ਦੱਸ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ
Watch out.
ਤੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਉਹ ਸਨਾਈਪਰ ਵੀ ਆ ਇੱਕ ਅੱਗੇ ਯਾਰ ਕੋਈ ਨੂਬੜਾ
ਉਹੀ
ਅੱਜ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਦੇ ਟਾਈਮ 'ਚ ਕੌਣ ਸਨਾਈਪ ਕਰ
ਉਹਦੇ ਗ੍ਰੈਨੀ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਨਾਈਪਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਚ ਕੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ
ਓਏ ਆ ਟਾਵਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਵੀ ਆ
Located enemy.
ਓਏ ਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਤੇ ਪੁਸ਼ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆ ਗਿਆ
I'm under fire.
ਯਾਰ ਚੱਕ
Marking the rest of them.
ਖੜ ਨਹੀਂ
ਸਨਾਈਪਰ ਆ
ਯਾਰ ਸਰਪ੍ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਲਾ ਲੈਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਟਾਈਮ 'ਚ ਗੋਪੀ
ਆਲਮੋਸਟ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀ ਯਾਰ
Adding armor.
ਉਹ ਗ੍ਰੈਪਲ ਦੀ ਵਾਲਾ ਕੰਮ ਥੋੜਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਯਾਰ
Adding armor.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਆ
ਯਾ ਪਰ ਉਧਰ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਦੇਖ ਲਈ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹਵਾ 'ਚ ਉਹ ਟਾਵਰ ਵਾਲਾ ਵੀ ਤੰਗ ਕਰੀ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ
ਪੈਰ ਹੀ ਆ ਕਿਤੋਂ ਤਾਂ ਪੈਰੀਆਂ ਨੇ
ਯਾਰ ਟਾਵਰ ਵਾਲਾ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਭਜਾਇਆ ਆ ਜਾ ਲੂਟ ਚੱਕ ਲਾ ਬੈਕ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਆ
ਬਾਈ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਬੰਦੇ ਆ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭਾਈ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਭਾਈ ਆ ਜਾ ਜਾ ਅੰਦਰ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਸੇਫ ਆ
This time. Yes.
ਆਪਾਂ ਚੱਕ ਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਆਹ ਜੱਪਾਂ ਵਾਲਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਲੇਟਾਂ ਵਾਲਾ
ਹੈਗਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਪਲੇਟਾਂ ਵਾਲਾ
ਓਕੇ ਬੈਕ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਆ ਆਪਣੀ
ਨਹੀਂ ਐਂ ਚੱਲੇ
The
ਆ
enemy squad hunting you is down. You're clear for now.
ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਣਾ
ਅੱਗੇ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡਾਂ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਗਿਰਾਂਗੇ ਕੋਈ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਓਕੇ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਮਾਰ
ਮੈਂ ਗਿਆ
ਅਬੇ ਨਾ ਓ ਸ਼ਿਟ Sick.
ਗਏ
I'm hurt bad.
ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਗ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਮਾਂ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਧਰ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ
You're losing ground.
ਪਰ ਤੂੰ ਇਸ ਤਾਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਤਰੇ ਤੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਨੌਕ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸੀਗੇ
ਓਏ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਮੜਕ ਮਾਰਤਾ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਦੂਰ ਹੀ ਉਹਨੇ
ਤੂੰ ਯੂਟਿਲਿਟੀਆਂ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਨੀਡ ਸਮੋਕ ਆ ਬਾਏ ਗੁੱਡ ਜੌਬ ਬਾਏ ਸਿਰਾ ਲਾ ਦਿਆ ਬਾਏ
Back on the field.
ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਜਾਣਾ
ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਜ਼ੋਨ ਚ ਆ ਕਰ ਚਾ ਇਹ ਆ ਕਰ ਚਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੰਦਾ ਹਾਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਵੜਦਾ ਬਣਾਂਗੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਤੂੰ
ਹਾਂ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਇੱਕ ਲੂਪ ਖੜਾ ਸੀ ਮਾਰਦਾ
ਤੂੰ ਆ ਨਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਤੂੰ ਹੈ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ
ਮੈਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਆ
ਅਬੇ ਯਾਰ
ਉਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ
ਸੈਕੰਡ ਇਹ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜ ਕੇ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਰੇ ਇਹ ਜੇ ਟਾਈਮ 'ਚ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜ ਕੇ
ਮੈਂ
ਰਿਹਾ।
ਥੱਲੇ ਉਹ ਥੱਲੇ ਭਰਾਵਾ ਬੰਦਾ ਖੜਾ ਸੀ ਥੱਲੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮਾਰਿਆ ਉੱਪਰ ਆਇਆ 3 ਬੰਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ
ਨਹੀਂ ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਹਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਇਆ ਚਲ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਠੀਕ ਸੀ
ਚਲ it's fine ਚੱਲ ਲਾਉਨੇ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ
ਠੀਕ ਆ ਸਤਾ
ਓਕੇ ਜੀ
भाई सलमान भाई के ड्राइवर से मेरे भाई गाड़ी तो ड्राइवर चला रहा था ना even if you want to win it, but
Where's the help? Barrel stuffs him. The help is there. Z-Smith's there for the trade. 2/3 of the remaining members of Ravens Esports down, but the anchor's up on top of Prison, away from HQ. Twisted Minds came in, roamed around, and said, "Where's the third?" Not where we thought they would be. And Z-Smith picks up He's as he flies back into what he thought was a safe building. Ravens Esports still in a blender, but still alive. Should be able to regain.
We are going through it. Scythe must have had a nice buyback, but we keep on buying them back because he went from $20,000 to $1,300. And Twisted Minds Falcons finding kills and bullets coming every which way from up ahead.
Oh man, that's unfortunate play, and luckily is able to get the self-revive off. Z-Smith had to turn around and look at his teammates. T1 is out of this lobby. No, false positive. We got a floater in the sky. Gentlemates have wiped most of T1, but one's still up. Falcons still in Stronghold, still relaxed. Twisted Minds still in Factory, still relaxed. G2 in the blender. Ravens Esports in the blender, but all 3 up. We still have all 4 of our match point teams, and there's only 12 teams left.
And another regain for G2. Another fall for G2. This blender that someone has put them in is just horrible.
Yeah, Orchid's sending this too.
I would too. Ravens just behind Orchid.
Orchid looking for the rest of G2, and they can't find him. Anxiety is sneaky. Sario finally steps him out on the top side. Anxiety does have plates in. Very weak as Big Man goes down. He's got to run. He's got to hide. And there's really nowhere to go. G2 out of this lobby. We have 3 of our remaining 4 teams on match point still in this one.
Falcons, Twisted Minds, Ravens Esports. Those are the teams to keep your eyes on. T1 down and out thanks to the Gentlemates.
Novo also gone. We're into our top 10, multipliers abound, but of course all we care about are the top 3 teams that could potentially end the tournament right here.
Godlike center circle, Vitality at control, Geeke on dock. And yo, we got some people out in the water. It's JD Gaming, but they're still gonna be in the next circle. My big question is, what does the rotation look like for Ravens Esports as they're moving towards Factory, moving towards Twisted Minds?
Godlike's dead center of the zone, but it's not a great one. You're playing around tents. And Noob said exactly, we'll find an angle on one remaining member of Godlike. Intex goes down. But the Smiths have to push in. This is going to be a tough rotation. They're going to have to go straight through the Gentlemates, and they've got Ravens Esports right behind them. Smartly, Twisted Minds has sent one out by themselves, trying to sneak all the way around to maybe take a shot in the flank. At least heard them on this rotation.
He's looking, but from Stronghold, the angles, Dongi lights up Almond, and Twisted Minds stimming to keep it alive. Ravens still fighting for their spot.
Twisted Minds cannot win. G2 cannot win. The only two teams that could win this lobby and win this tournament are on your screen right now. Ravens Esports and the Falcons. 2 of the remaining 6 teams.
And neither are in the next circle.
The zone's closing in on the tents just outside of living. Team Vitality have a decent rotation to go. Gonna walk through 2/3 of the remaining members of Godlike, but the Falcons are moving up quickly. They can play these walls, they can play these turrets, and play low on this, and I think Vitality know it. This is where Vitality has to rotate to. They can't just go swarming into tents and pray that they can stay alive. I think Vitality are gonna run at the Falcons.
And Enkyo and the Gentlemates have set their sights on Ravens. You must clear out your back.
Gotta finish
There
him.
it goes. The only team with the capability of ending this tournament is the Falcons on your screen.
And here come Vitality. We knew they had to make this rotation, and Blast is a little bit isolated. Noobs can't quite get up, so he's got to rotate through the gas. Could find an angle on Blast, but also could scam here. If News goes down, this is bad news for the Falcons, and he knows it. He's being called back by his IGL. Do not go deep into the gas. It's just Blast. Slow down. Look at our zone pull. They pulled the perfect zone to win this game. The Falcons can win the game, and they can win the tournament.
And they have streaks. They may be on the low ground, but everyone has to jump from height to down below. And Soka grabs Enkyo. Godlike takes out Orchid. And the Falcons, the trio, holding steady. Look for the wrap by the Gentlemates. They actually don't get there.
Gromalok taken down in transition. A perfect read from Ahsoka. Falcons get the zone pull, and they pick up these early rotations. They're the best at it. They know how to close. They've won 3 maps today, and 2 of them have been Rebirth. A little bit of luck and a lot of skill, and the Falcons are about to win this tournament.
They're solos. Everyone, no, Gentlemates are a duo. Just kidding, down to a solo now thanks to the pickup back onto Gromalok. The Falcons are inevitable.
Zone pull goes fairly neutral, but it's a team of 3 with a bunch of solos. Godlike buys back a second. But you can't do much with that unless you can find some loot on the ground. The Falcons have every bit of information. They have the high ground. We lose Noobs, but Blast is still alive, and the Gentlemates have made the early rotation. All of a sudden, with Blast playing spoiler to the Gentlemates, we lose Enkyo, and it's just going to be Gromalok and Hollow in a 2v2 versus Dongi and Ahsoka. The Gentlemates have had a brutal tournament, but they have a chance to continue to play. They have to win this fight, and they've got the zone, Tiff.
They definitely do. Do not give any information to the Falcons. Hold the angles. You have zone. Falcons must come to you. And there goes the stiff. Dongi is down. It's just Soka. And look at the Gentlemates who get the buyback. Who put the pressure on the Dongi.
Dongi self-revives. It's not over. Dongi's up with plates.
Wait, it's
He's got
Hollow v.
position.
Dongi?
It's a 1v1. The kid can do it. We thought it was over, and Hollow thought he won it, but Dongi self-revives. Can win the gunfight now.
Hollow!
Gentlemates!
They stop.
Dreams alive! Unbelievable! Gentlemates win the game, and we will play one more game!
Goj, when you asked me who I thought would win and I said the French, I did mean Ravens, but the Gentlemates will do.
Unbelievable.
Can I just take my headset off for a hot second? I do want to listen to this.
The crowd is electric right now.
Hollow, Enkyo, Gromalok, the boys.
Dongi's dismayed here. It's brutal to watch. The kid knew he had it in the bag. When he got the self-revive and he caught them on the off angle, forcing the 1v1. If anybody wins his ones, it's Dongi. And finally he loses one. Gentlemates did a really good job to buy back here. I thought they were kind of out of the equation. It was going to come down to Nate Dogg and Godlike to play spoiler to the Falcons. We lose Grom here, and this is where we're like, okay, Gentlemates are out of it. Hollow's a solo down below, but there's a buy station on the backside, still technically just outside the zone.
You see him run for it right there. He immediately full sends. We're like, dude, it's the Falcons and a bunch of solos. Those solos, they got cash.
Yeah, and both Godlike and Gentlemates both buy back. And we read the godlike buyback, but Gentlemates buy back all of them. Now we pick up Inkyo as he's flying back in because Blast is last alive for Vitality. So it makes it a 2v2. If Blast doesn't play more there, Gentlemates get that for free. It's a 3v2 and they have zone. But when it's a 2v2 and the Falcons are a part of it, you can never count them out regardless of any disadvantageous position. Here's the thing, Tiff. Unfortunately, Dongi gets knocked on the high ground, can't get back into the backside of this building here, which makes this a really difficult fight for the Falcons. He just couldn't get back in time. Look at his self.
That's tough. That early pick on Dongi makes all the difference. He grabs Gromalok, and Hollow drops to the low ground. Then Dongi has plenty of time to hit a couple plates, right? But this is where the reach out comes through. Hollow with the jump up. Dongi behind cover. Hollow clutched that is the most insane thing. I want to see it back from his POV because you know his health is low.
Dude, Hollow hit only headshots. Let me be very clear. That's the only way he wins that. He hit only headshots. I think if I saw that correctly, Dongi also had in full regen. I don't know if he had another stim there. He had some plates in, but I don't think he was full health going into the fight. So breaking through those plates, couple heads, and boom, all of a sudden Hollow wins a crazy gunfight, and the Gentlemates put up a 20-kill game, by the way. A great game for them to maybe jump up into the top 10 and be within striking distance to make EWC. What on earth is happening?
And we're not even done talking about all the crazy things that are the repercussions from the Gentlemates taking that win, right? And we know how big the French community is, how many watch parties are out there, Reflections.
Yes.
Like, we have so much support for the gentleman in pink.
You guys were locked into the screen.
Yeah?
I was locked into the crowd, and they went nuts when Hollow ended up winning that. And Gentlemates shut the Falcons down. It was exhilarating. I can't believe it came down to that, especially with the self-res. I'm thinking, oh no, Gentlemates just threw this away. Falcons are going to win, and then Hollow still wins the 1v1.
Yeah.
The cam goes to Falcons afterwards, and just the heartbreak and disappointment was there. Now, they've got to recover going into the next game if they want a chance to win, because that is so hard to overcome. But now, 11 game.
Yeah.
6
It's
teams.
game 11 again.
It's just like Birmingham.
Listen, Tim, I'm pumped for this game for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
The fact that we can see Team Orchid win this whole tournament is so sick. They're playing with a sub right now. Like, this isn't even their main roster they qualified through EU finals with. Like, so many crazy cool storylines going into this next match. But all I can think about is who's landing on who. We're going back to Haven's Hollow. We saw Ravens drop down at Lumber on G2. We see Falcons on Rebirth drop on
Can we just, like, spin a wheel back here? Where are we dropping? Where are we dropping, boys?
At this point, I think that's where we're at. I cannot believe what we are looking at. So walk me through the teams that were on match 1, because we had 4 going into this very game, and one by one, Tiff, they started to fall.
I was saying, one by one they go on match point, one by one they fall. But this was chaos, right? You have Gentlemates. It wasn't easy for them, right? You have Ravens at their back. You're battling Twisted Minds. And G2, you know, sure, they get Bio pretty solo, right? But it was not a good trek for them across Rebirth.
Well, that's the difference, I think, between G2 and the Falcons, is that the Falcons are willing to change up their drop spots. G2 was not. So G2 had to play out of bio, and it's very difficult to row in. I will give Twisted Mind some credit. They got extremely aggressive as well because they had Factory for free, but the Falcons played Stronghold because they knew that's where it would end. So it was the right call from the Falcons. I'm going to be honest, Ravens Esports are just resilient. I mean, they battled all the way to the finish line, playing through HQ, and we're getting pinched from 3 different teams the entirety of the map, and they still make it to top 5.
Ravens are unbelievable. We get down to this incredible moment from Dongi's perspective. He goes for the self-res. Hollow trying to get the finish, and ultimately with the reach out, he gets it. Like you said, his health so low. Gentlemates managed to get the win. They score 32 points. Now, this is the reality of what Gentlemates was able to accomplish. First off, they send it from drop 10 now to drop 11. We move back into Haven's Hollow. They now dig themselves up from the depths of elimination, forced to qualify online, to now a real chance to not only potentially lock down one of the 5 EWC slots. If Gentlemates can pull it off again, they'll be up potentially potentially match point.
Listen, there are so many teams that could be on match point if we go another game. There's a team we haven't really mentioned in a while that we need to bring up.
Okay.
Novo had a decent game. You got to remember how close they were to the match point threshold. I'm pretty sure Novo has also breached that threshold and could be a team who's got very quiet the last couple maps, but if they come alive in this next one, they could win it all as well.
You know, we have teams that we've been hyping up their groups in round 2. I mean, Novo, of course, Ravens obviously coming in, and it's like Team Orchid, for example. Geez, like, the storylines is insane. The amount of orgs that you get to support is wild. Warzone Esports is going the distance, and I'm loving each and every moment of it. Resurgence Series is not disappointed. And look at all that red. Ladies and gentlemen, all 6 teams in red are on match point. Novo will enter, so will Team Orchid, G2, Twisted Minds, Raven Esports, Team Falcons. This is what, their 3rd game now, a match point. They have yet to close it out, and the reason why they couldn't close it out before was because of team number 9. It was Gentlemates, who now have a chance to not only reach match points, but even qualify for EWC. And let me be very clear, if you are a Gentlemates fan and you're watching EWC, you want to be watching the Gentlemates because the crowd is electric. They bring the energy, and they have the chance to carve destiny. They don't want second place again. They want first.
You can have a couple French orgs making it to I mean,
Don't count the Ravens out.
I mean, they're there, right? Like, they're already going to be there. So if Gentlemates can join them,
that's true.
French are eating
I was
good
just talking
tonight.
about a land win here today.
Does it end here? I don't want it to end.
You don't. You're wearing pink. You're wearing Gentlemates pink.
Gentlemates, I guess, now all of a sudden, just like that. I don't want it to end. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I want that trash talk to continue, especially with Shifty. Did you see him lighting up the feed, especially over towards Falcons when they ended up choking that? Absolutely wild. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break. When we come back, drop 11, 6 teams on match point. It'll be Havens Hollow. We'll be right back.
Lock in, load up, and let's make history. Doggy from above, the shots are firing. Fights coming thick and fast and furious. Today is about legacy. Guess what? You thought you were safe? Everyone who's falling into this guy's sights is dying. Twisted Minds! They do it to the very end! It was patience all the way through!
CDL Champs is headed back to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world. Will Optic three-peat, or will someone else take the crown? Make history with us at Michelob Ultra Arena by scanning the QR code to grab your tickets now.
The Call of Duty Warzone Resurgence Series is coming to the 2026 Esports World Cup in Riyadh this summer. 32 teams, $1 million on the line. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours. Get to Riyadh this summer and watch the
Welcome back, everyone, to the Warzone Resurgence Series. It's grand finals, and we're about to hop into Drop 11. Havens Hollow with 6 teams on match point. It's Falcons, Raven, Twisted Minds, G2 Team Orchid, and Novo Esports. We got the babies in the crowd. They're even pumping up for Warzone Esports. Come on, are you not entertained, crowd? Let's get loud. Because the Falcons, I'm not yelling at the baby, even though I'm yelling at the baby. I have one mode when these moments happen and we're on match point, and that is loud, okay? I can't turn it off. It is what it is. I'm super pumped up and excited. Yo, this is a big moment, and I got to just straight up be honest with you guys and just want to know from your perspective, okay?
Please.
Are Falcons chalked mentally? Because that was such a heavy. You don't think so?
Heck no.
They're coming back.
That's a championship level team. They're not chalked. They're frustrated.
Chalked.
They had a 2-minute break. They're ready to rock
but
and roll.
But then they got Shifty also, right across.
They don't care about Shifty. Trust me.
When you saw Shifty yelling towards Soka, Soka was just focused on the screen. He was like, we cannot let that impact my mental in any way.
Let's lay down the law of the land, okay? We've got 6 teams on match point. There's $100,000 up for grabs, 5 EWC slots. Now, currently, Ravens are going to earn one of those spots. G2 and Orchid Novid, okay? Or should be so Twisted Minds. Or I'm tripping. I'm out of my. I recover after that loss, okay? Orchid, Novo already have a chance to make it. But the question is, will T1JD or Gentlemates make it? Because all 3 of those teams are in the running and within 10 points of each other.
Exactly.
Very scary for them.
Yeah.
They have a chance to make it, and only because it's been extended, and they owe that to Gentlemates. Now, Gentlemates, they want the spot for themselves. They don't want to help anyone else out. They want the spot for themselves. The question is, can they get it? Now, as we hop back into Havens Hollow, what are we thinking about that? Before, actually, from what I'm hearing, we got a clip, and I believe it's Dongi.
Okay.
After that 1v1, what does this one look like? Because it can't
probably frustration.
Oh, my gosh. That is tough. Head in the monitor, heartbreaking. Honestly, that breaks my heart because we know the caliber of player that he is. We know what this team and how much Birmingham meant. You actually said that before.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking. Again, I ask you, can they recover? And you undeniably say yes.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, Falcons are a championship level team. These guys have won before, and they will win again at some point. Whether it's today or not, I don't know, okay? However, to your point about Twisted Minds, I just don't think Shifty is in their head. Twisted Minds might get in their head. Twisted Minds might do something rogue on this next map.
Sure.
All of that's a possibility. Shifty and Ahsoka yell at each other every single day over $1,000 wager, bro. Like, they don't care about that yap.
What I do care about, Drop 11, Havens Hollow, 6 teams on match point. Is this the final map? Do we get more? Casters, let's find out.
Let's get after it. All right, Tiff. Game 11, it's the same as Birmingham. Will it be the same victor? I throw it to you. We got 6 people on our match point, and you got to pick at least one of the 6. Who do you think can close it out here?
Oh, man. On Havens Hollow? On Havens Hollow, just given what we saw last time with the Ravens going down towards Lumber, it all depends on where that circle goes. I do know that after watching that slight collapse mentally from Dongi there for a brief second, you never want to feel that way when you lose a LAN. So knowing that you were willing to do anything to prevent that, I think the Falcons can close it out here.
Falcons.
Maybe it's the Game 11 buff. Maybe it's the baby buff in the crowd. I'll be like, you were 2 months old when you saw the Falcons win on LAN. It could happen.
Listen, I think if you take any 3 maps that we've played and you say, can the Falcons win any of those? Like, you give them 3 maps to win, they're going to find one of them.
That's true.
That's the problem, is you're just giving them too much room to work with. However, Twisted Minds have also won. Ravens have also won. Folks, we're headed back to Havens Hollow, and I think this circle will dictate a ton. We know Ravens Esports is willing and able to change up their drop spot and get really aggressive. This circle is going to be every everything. We're going to be looking for those drop spots. We're going to be looking to see what Ravens Esports does. We're going to be looking to see if it goes southeast, if it goes to Mansion, does it go to boat? Where is this circle, and where is the win condition for the end of the game? Taylor set it up nicely. There are a lot of things at stake, not just 30 grand for the champion, not just spots to EWC, but also a chance to say, hey, we are the winner of our Atlanta DreamHack LAN event. How many teams have even won a LAN in Warzone? It is far and few between.
Not many out there. And to be the best, you have to beat the best.
True.
And what better way than to take down the winners of DreamHack Birmingham along the way, the path to EWC, the path to a $1 million championship could end and begin here.
Here we go, folks. Time for some Havens Hollow. Let's take a look at the circle, and woo, okay, we are headed to the south. What that means, even with Mansion still inside of zone, means that Ravens Esports is up with Twisted Minds, and they're getting really aggressive early. The Falcons are down at Riverboat, completely uncontested. They're going to be chilling. G2 is alone, bottom right as well at Lumber this time. We'll watch out for all of these teams where we can, but the action is on your screens, and this is a fight that will likely last most of the first couple circles. Twisted Minds and Ravens Esports have been going back and forth over and over again on Havens Hollow. And I don't know what happened there, but Ravens Esports gonna have to back out of this one.
Yeah, one of the little chalk for King Chalk there, but that's okay, because he's and Niasen still alive. But Twisted Minds, this contention for Mansion has been crazy, and down the stairs we go, and he is spotted by Almond, threading the needle.
This isn't a fight that is going to end very quickly. You see one remaining member of Ravens Esports outside of Mansion. They're chilling. Orchid in deep trouble, though. I saw a couple of the members of their players on their team fall early, and now Master 5K, the sub, is going to clutch up when they needed him most. Goes down, but holds on for just enough time to get his two teammates back into it. I also want to remind you, Novo Esports also on match point. They're at research alone as well, so a lot of folks are safe, whereas Ravens Esports still not.
Not safe, and it's Heeds running rogue underneath the bridge, looking for cover, letting the timer tick down to get King Chalk and Niasen back in. Elsewhere, Orchid still in trouble. And here's Virtus Pro. This may be why Team Orchid's in trouble. They've moved in, looking for Swizzit, who has found himself between too many top-tier teams, Genji and VP.
Sneaky, sneaky. Teammates are back into the lobby. Swizzin will probably fall here, but Orchid is staying alive. That's how you play Resurgence, baby. Let's keep swinging around and taking a look at some of the other teams. It looks like Twisted Minds and Ravens are still fighting. Don't worry, it's not a fight that will end either of them based on what I can see on the map. So we stick with Sariel for now. Just gonna relax inside of Chapel alone for just a moment, but VP will probably be rotating this way shortly. That's at yellow 7.
Back to Mansion we go. Niasen and Heeds finally putting one over onto Twisted Minds. We've got control of the roof, but we're going down towards the inside. Still trying to regain, find some viable ground loot weapons, getting the plates so we can take that engagement straight back to Twisted Minds.
Up at research, we do see Novo on the move. Novo's going to be moving towards Cole. Here's a quick look at him. Fede's on the hunt. It's BRS. They're in their sights. The young gun is out for blood, and he was able to find it. But the Frenchmen are hot on their heels as Gromelach and co. have fully restabilized on the backside of Cole, coming out of what looks like holding this team, moving out of research. They don't have to full commit to this Cole fight. I can't imagine that they do, Tiff. So because of that, we're going to slow things down and check back in over here at Mansion.
Nice little free cam shot. You've got Niasen tucked over on the corner there. Shifty on the overlook, just trying to find angles. Genji still finding VP. Fede on your screen. It's vital that we stay alive. We're all so split that we're not really going to do too much damage to other teams like this, but it's about the survivability. You must always have at least one member in safety for that resurgence timer to be in effect for them.
Novo Esports. Had a tumultuous day, and G2 a lot of the same. But all that matters is right now, these fights are pretty important. G2 is able to knock one member of Gentlemates, but stay alive at Lumber. We check back in at Mansion because the zone's pulling everybody else out. G2 is relaxed. They lose one in a trade, and they're going to back down to Lumber and then figure out if they want to rotate in over the Falcons or if they want to go somewhere else.
That's true. We haven't mentioned Falcons yet because they've just been safe on Riverboat.
Here goes Novo.
Gentlemates, who kept the tournament alive in that last game, now about to be targeted by Novo.
We gotta go to Twisted Minds if we can. Twisted Minds is rotating out of Mansion. Quick look at him. Z-Smith last alive. Unfortunately, Mansion not in new means they're getting pinched from both sides. It's gonna be T1 on one, Ravens Esports on the other, and now the Falcons being pressured by G2.
Now the timing has to be right here. G2 on win condition, Falcons on win condition, Falcons with information. If G2 pushes Riverboat, which they have, and Scythe already doing damage, someone else needs to swing onto this. I see JD Gaming, I see BRS, but they're too busy contending with each other.
That's exactly right. Meanwhile, Novo's still battling with Gentlemates on the other side. Here's a look at him. Vortex finds Gromalok. That's one down. The last remaining member of Gentlemates is on the run, but he can't rotate in without getting shot in the back, so it's Akio. Young Prince alive and actually takes one down with him. We swing over to G2 for causing trouble to the Falcons, and the Falcons have answered back onto them. G2 have to rotate through the Falcons, or they have to run through Main Street where there's 3 other teams lying in wait. It's gonna be a tough one. It looks like Godlike is out of this lobby. Still focused on these match point teams.
BP and UCJ are the only other teams that have fallen from the lobby. And for the ones that want to stabilize in the water, they have to go out here by Riverboat. And if they look to get back on land, it puts pressure onto the Falcons.
Here's Twisted Minds and Ravens Esports. I told you they'd be fighting for the first couple circles, and here's maybe the end of it. Twisted Minds in trouble. We get our third back into the lobby, who's in the sky currently. Allman's grabbing his loadout and then figuring out how the heck do I get inside.
Oh, no.
I guess I'm gonna go back into the gas and actually get knocked in that transition. So where does Shifty go? The only place he thinks is safe, which is straight into the water right on top of Hollow. Oh no, misses a couple shots over the top. He's on 1 HP in a dream. He's got to swim away to stay alive. Twisted Minds, hot pursuit. The Gentlemates are trying to ruin Twisted Minds' potential win.
They stopped Falcons in the last match, but Z-Smith is back.
Wow.
Team Orchid actually saved Shifty here by shooting out Hollow.
How did he stay alive there?
That's insane. That is plot armor.
I have not seen health get that low in a while on main. All right, quick update. Novo Esports rotating into new on the northeastern side, coming in from research. They're mostly safe. G2, maybe not so safe. Still edge of zone, still really nowhere to go, but they pick up JDG in transition, or at least one member of them. So now they move up, and they're going to clash with Novo, who are holding this topside angle. Vortex says, you're not coming this way, that's for sure. And if you do, I'm going to kill you all. And we lose Big Man. And what do? Go south?
To the Gentlemates? Go further than that? To the Falcons? Like, we really don't have a lot of good options here.
G2 going to slow it down. They're not in dire straits yet. They are on the short side of the zone, so this is going to move quite slowly behind them. Got their stims to play with as well, and it looks like Scythe's actually going to try to make a play here.
There we go.
But we'll swing back over because Z-Smith yet again lasts alive, and it's Jin-G on the other side, former teammates, and now he's getting swarmed. That's a freebie for the side of Jin-G. Luckily, or skillfully, Twisted Minds still somehow in this lobby. If it can't be the water, I guess it's Main Street. I guess it's one of the thousands of buildings inside of Main that could be safe, and he can't even get inside.
Why are we still 1 HP and still alive? The fact that Twisted Minds survive yet another 1 HP scare like that, and we get Shifty back in?
Gentlemates are down, Gentlemates are out. That is a confirmation. Ravens Esports are looking to clear up the Chapel side and win out in the north. But to do so, they're going to have to take down Novo Esports as well. And T1, who have been extremely quiet the last couple maps, desperately need some points to make sure they're playing for the top of this leaderboard and hoping on a prayer that somehow 6 of these teams don't win the game.
And you just have to lay. You have to wait. And Novo, they actually take it straight to T1. Spam on the roof and blade down. Vortex getting picked apart, looking for full stopping reses. And now Fede, the young gun, the 18-year-old who steps in for this team, has them on win condition. And he's just the last alive. Ravens, a duo.
Falcons alone and safe in Riverboat. No one has contested them. Novo, a solo, regaining his team on the north side of the zone. Ravens Esports, a duo, just picked up their third. Here's a look at that map. You can see them. Ravens in purple. Novo in pink 6. Fede picks up 1, maybe 2.
T1's
the
out.
Players of Ravens Esports in deep trouble as Jin-G is playing spoiler to them now on our main screen. T1's gone. I don't think they got very many points. I'm not sure they're going to make a spot into EWC if it ends here, but it's going to be close.
You are literally dealing with Gen-G in the building just towards your left. Gabe Kuhn. You don't even want to shoot this because you're going to be swarmed. You've got Team Vitality across the way. Now Novo Esports at your back.
Wild.
Oh, Nia.
One Creddy corner could keep their dreams alive of winning this LAN event after dominating in the EU finals. Ravens Esports still a chance, but has Fede sniffed him out?
Oh, God.
Fede hasn't noticed him. They don't know he's here. Novo has fully restabilized on the north, and Nyson will not shoot a bullet. This is unbelievable trigger discipline, and now he takes his shots, but Nyson gets cut down by Blast, who has some weird off angle. What knocked him? I don't know, but Ravens Esports will not win this map and likely not win this competition.
Twisted Minds still a duo. Still in a precarious situation with JD Gaming sharing the building with them. BRS up ahead. And we're just utility checking.
This next zone is going to be everything, especially for the Falcons. Riverboat's still in it. If we pull south here, this could be huge.
What?
Here's Allman, Twisted Minds. We snap right back to him because it's a big fight. Allman's got to go big. He's got to win the fight. It's going to be BRS on the other side. Scopes has got to win it. He doesn't. So that means it's got to come down to Ryda, and he holds the angle. But Twisted Minds can't knock down 3. Not when they desperately needed it most. Twisted Minds is not a cat with 9 lives. They only had 4. Twisted Minds gone. We're slowly but surely whittling down to only a few teams that can end this tournament.
BRS, the firing squad you are. Novo moved into the bank. Genji, they swarm. Novo Esports out of here.
We have the Falcons on the south side of the map, folks, and we've got G2 in the middle with a duo. The Falcons yet again poised to potentially win this tournament. They have to rotate out, and they're going to be moving towards G2. We are running out of teams that can win this tournament. There is a chance we go one more game. It is still possible, and G2 may not be the victors either. They will strike a couple down, but BRS again are the punishers.
Falcons in the top 6. Team Orchid in zone. Team Orchid could be the story. We're safe here. You do have Vitality nearby. You have Genji nearby.
Team Orchid, a full team of 3, and where does the zone pull? Like outside of the map, all the way to the bridge, past Riverboat. Are you kidding me?
What is this?
We could see somebody maybe deep rep to gazebos and play the outside that way.
Vitality?
I mean, Vitality could theoretically win this map if they play that far side. The Falcons can sneak in here, but they've got to find Blast in transition. We lose Genji. They are out of here. They had a solid game, though. Could put them within EWC contention. And Vitality has picked up Soka in transition and a couple members of Orchid. It's going to come down to Vitality to make the play, but Vitality's in trouble. Skullface last alive for his team, getting wall banged through the bridge, and Orchid in deep trouble as well. The Falcons are hunting their competition. Tiff, it is a 2v1v1, and the Falcons are the only remaining duo yet again.
But Team Orchid is still a solo. Skullface could be the deciding factor. Noobs takes the chow, hits a stim. It's a high to low ground disparity, but it's Master 5K. Orchid grabs the knock onto Skull.
Skull's got a self-revive. It's not over. The Falcons get the zone pull. Skullface has to be a hero.
And Skullface is not the hero today. Team Falcons close it out.
Game 11. A repeat of history. They do it in Birmingham, and they do it here in Atlanta. Back-to-back champions.
You asked me if we thought Shifty was getting in Soka's mind, and based off what I'm seeing, I don't think so.
We knew it would come to this. I don't know what you all could hear or what you can't.
I love Warzone.
I think we can read lips though, Tim. I saw a lot of "you suck" at the end there. But that's about all I could probably repeat.
Rivalries, keeping the esport in check, keeping it interesting. I see about 100 phones pointed that direction.
That audio will be on socials if you don't have it.
right there, ready to provide backup, by the way.
I don't think Soka needs it. The fans were loud for that one. An incredible end, and yet again, Tiff, when you give the Falcons 3 maps to win it all, that's just one too many. It took them 3, and Shifty was trying to talk about that, but frankly, we'll take it in 3 if we're Falcons fans.
And there's the family. The celebrations ensue, because at the end of the day, you have to push away all of the external noise and focus on what matters most. Victory. Victory with your team. Dongi, Noobs, Soka. They get the back-to-back. They do it in DreamHack Birmingham. They do it again in Atlanta. And here's where it started.
6 teams were left, and we had just lost G2. They played well, but unfortunately really couldn't stabilize coming out of Lumber. So it is all down to Team Orchid to try to stop this Falcons' unbelievable winning streak. Vitality are here as well, and unfortunately Vitality, they don't rotate early. They're trying to catch Falcons early rotating. It's Blast playing this far side on Train, and while he's doing this, Skull is getting pushed from the other side. So Vitality can't play as a unit. There's a full team of 3, but they can't play together in this rotation. The Falcons play it slow. Skull is able to pick up Soka, but not pick up the entire team. They then have to spin back to JDG. They have to spin back to Orchid, and as they re-rotate, they rack back the other way. Orchid actually strikes back and trades out a kill, forcing Vitality into a solo position. Yes, with zone, but a solo position nonetheless. And these walls on the bridge are wall bangable, so Skullface was in the trenches.
And he grabbed a stim at the perfect time. He goes under fire, tries to prolong the inevitable. And Noobs is the one who says, all right, I'm going to dive close and take this. But it's Master 5K from the gas who just full sends in. He thinks, okay, the timing is right. But even the pullback goes crazy. The Falcons get it. Skull hits the self-res, tries to make it happen.
Yep.
This is why nades are so important in the end game. It was just clean.
Yeah, it's a great call, Tiff, and a great finish for the Falcons. They had the utility at the end. Master 5K, almost, the substitute for Team Orchid, almost pulled out the unthinkable. And then it was all down to the GOAT Skullface, one of the greatest individual players of all time to make a hero play. And unfortunately, trapped between the edge of the map and a barricade, a couple nades, he had no chance. Unreal.
When they took that victory, I looked behind me, and you just see security trying to like section off because the fans go crazy, and everyone rushes forward. The dominance that these 3 are showing is just something of next level.
Yeah, look, when you're a team like Falcons who lose out at EWC, to be able to do this with a new roster, incredibly impressive. I believe Enigma is standing by to interview the Falcons, the champions of DreamHack Atlanta.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions of DreamHack Atlanta, none other than the Team Falcons. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your champions as they collect their medals.
Look, man, this is unreal. The celebrations and the smiles on their faces, and then the look of resilience, looking at their fans as well, Tiff. Some great stuff here. Some medals, of course, for winning DreamHack Atlanta. But what they care about, I think even more than the money, Tiff, is what they care about is saying that they are the greatest. And they've done it back to back going into EWC.
The only thing that is left standing on the road to EWC is another win.
Yeah,
to unseat twisted minds, right? That's what I'm saying. They need it. They want to go for 1 million. They want to take the dub.
That's right. I mean, but you think about that 1v1, Dongi doesn't get it. The frustration, the heartbreak, the cheering from the crowd because the Gentlemates fans were ecstatic. But Falcons, they took that adversity, they took that disappointment, they put it aside.
Yeah, you have to.
And they said, you know what? We're the champions we were always supposed to be. Hisoka's carving that dynasty. and the path is still free and clear. Champions of Birmingham, champions in Atlanta, they get the job done. The Falcons continue to fly high, and nobody can clip their wings. What a tournament we had. So many great moments. 6 teams on match point. And granted, we still had those 5 slots to get away. There are your champions. It got a bit rowdy afterwards, but that's to be expected. Warzone is a unique esport. I love watching each and every moment of it. They hold the medals up high. And you know how much this moment means to him. Of course, Hisoka's family just behind him, always celebrating, the fans surrounding them, chanting their names, because they're the Falcons. They're the best team Warzone has to offer.
Yeah, they are, at least right now. And it looks like it took them 3, which I think is maybe, at the very least for some of the other teams, a big, like, okay, they are beatable. We just couldn't clutch up, right? And so as we, of course, celebrate the Falcons and what they've been able to accomplish, it is time to start thinking about some of the other teams. Think about some of the other teams that potentially, you got them all written down this time.
This time I wrote them down.
That are making it to EWC. That's the big point, right? We have to take a look at this final leaderboard once it's finalized, because we had a lot of teams that already have a ticket to EWC that will bump our spots down. You didn't have to be top 5 today. It's more like 8th or 9th to make it to EWC and not have to go through qualifiers.
You know, Tiff, one of the great things you continually brought up is there were so many nations represented throughout the match point, right? And
Truly
in this case, right, it is global. Even in this case, match point, teams going to EWC, the world is represented.
It really is incredible. You've got the Italians, you've got the French, and they just keep on showing up and showing their presence to take down the Falcons, right? And I think that we had so many teams that did eclipse match point quick enough that it led to one of the best lobbies that I've had the chance to commentate. And this is why I love Call of Duty Warzone match point so much, is that anyone can win once you hit 150. It doesn't matter how many kills you have. It doesn't matter how you do it, so long as you're the last person standing, and it makes people resilient.
Absolutely, and it only brings the intensity up a notch each and every match that we go. We think it's going to end at 9. 4-0, we're going 10. Now we're back at 11. And it's just absolutely incredible. Warzone Esports is just so incredibly unique. You guys have been there since the very beginning. Obviously, we've been doing this a long time, man, but it just never gets old watching that final moment, seeing a team reach the peak and, again, face adversity. You know, you look at that clutch, doesn't get it. Absolutely rough, but he makes it happen. Check it out. We had a lot of great moments. Let's go ahead and looking at those moments, right? Because that final map was absolutely nuts. Yesterday was insane. Today, obviously, even crazier as it was expected to be.
Yeah, 100%. I'm excited to look at these highlights because it was a great day.
That's right.
By the way, you're talking about history and how long we've been in this space. There was almost a moment there where Novo win this entire event, and they literally won.
Hold on. From what I'm hearing, I think Repos and his team are ready for an interview, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm ready to hear what Hisoka and his crew got to say.
I'm glad that we go back to back. You know, we shut the haters up and we did our thing, and we're just blessed to be here, man.
I love that, man. I love that. Did you know, so going into this, did you guys have the same amount of confidence as you did in Birmingham?
Yeah, I'd say we had more. Yeah, way more, way more.
Okay, okay. Now, with the addition of Rebirth Island, did that introduce some different types of, like, troubles for you guys, or was it kind of smooth sailing?
Just Mickey Mouse, bro. I can't lie. Rebirth is just weird. It, like, every lobby switches up. It's so different. So you just got to be prepared for a new day, like, new thing every single day, honestly. It's just weird.
Oh, question for you.
Yeah.
In that last game, was that a bug?
Where?
Was it the plate bug? Was it the plate bug?
What?
The one where you pick up a plate and it doesn't register?
That had to have been a spectator bug.
Oh, okay,
I didn't have any
okay.
plates.
Oh,
I was naked. I had no plates.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it must have been a spectator.
Wait, where was it? Like at the end game?
End game, very end game.
I had no plates.
Oh,
That's a bug.
shit. I was like, yo, that's a bug. Anyways, boys, listen, man. I know we're on main broadcast right now.
Yeah.
So if there's anything you guys want to say to everybody, you guys can stay here after.
Forget the life you imagined. It's all gone now. You're going to die here.
We're back, and you know what? He comes in talking about the trash talk, and you actually were face-to-face with them. Medal ceremony. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, medal ceremony was lovely, of course. You know, you get the moment for the boys there. Donkey said he was pretty much ready to cry. Noobs was very, obviously, smiley as it always is, but Soka never stops delivering it, does he? He very much so.
That's right.
I mean, you got to see the pictures, you got to see the moment that he had with Shifty there, but he was ready to let a little more loose there, I'll tell you.
Well, you actually were ground floor watching when the Falcons won. What was
it like that, seeing all that up close, because we know they got history?
I don't know if you guys caught it on the broadcast. About 3 of the barriers that are supposed to start straight over. Everyone's going crazy. Of course, wonderful to get to see the people celebrate like that. Warzone esports coming a long way. Time and time again, we get to see the amazing growth in the space. Moments like that, big celebrations, the victory moment, obviously amazing.
It's been a little bit since you've been up here, but I'm ready for you to recap with Goj these highlights, because again, we had so many incredible moments from that final map. And again, 6 teams were on match point, and it was at a blistering pace. At one point, we had 6. Before you know it, we had 5, 4, 3, and then all of a sudden, I know, Goj, you're calling with Tiff. Falcons, they're the only ones alive who can actually win this thing.
Yeah, honestly, yet again, the Falcons pull a great zone for their end game. You know, it's crazy. They're getting really lucky on that, but also they played it skillfully. I'm really impressed with this Ravens esports roster, Enigma. They went, I almost said something crazy. Went pedal to the metal, all right? They sent it, and I love that for them. That is a really good roster. I'm excited to see them at EWC.
No, without a shadow of a doubt, because it felt a little bit like was stage 1 and Birmingham all a bluff, right? Was it a case of, okay, you've actually managed to just peak at one particular tournament? No, they've shown incredible consistency. The growth within them has been impressive. And it's not just Nielsen either, it's King, Chalk, and Heat stepping up to deliver, and that's not just a superstar, that's an incredible team.
Yeah, also Novo, same deal. Enigma, right back to you, man. These guys, they slowed down towards the end. I think if they had kept up some pace, there was a chance they could have been one of the first teams past that threshold, and they had the win capabilities. They almost had it in this one.
Dude, it's difficult to believe that Fede is 18. I don't know what I was doing at 18, I don't know what you gents were doing at 18, but performing on a stage like this and putting up those kind of numbers, it's ridiculous to see. But of course, congratulations to Team Falcons. Just 9 kills needed in. Doesn't matter if it's 20, doesn't matter if it's 1, you come out on top, you take it all home.
All that matters is the win once you reach match point. Hisoka, that anchor, the closer, Dongi, the young gun, Dongwick, who's always slaying out, and of course Noobs, who comes from a Dynasty roster himself, now entering in what could be a new Dynasty roster. This trio is absolutely unstoppable. No matter what they go against, they always find a way to win, and I can't stress enough how good this roster continues to be. Going into EWC, you better believe they are going to be the fans' favorite. Well, I don't know at this point the fan favorites, but at least the favorite to win the event, because nobody can stop them, bottom line, period. Now, I want to say Falcons, again, congratulations. They did incredibly well, but you look at all that red.
Here we go.
6 teams. Now, 6 teams were on that match point. Of course, the top 5, they walk away with a lot of money, but the big story was who is going to make it to EWC outside of the ones who already made it.
Well, you'll already have Falcons and Ravens through, so Team Orchid with a last-second substitution will make their way through. Twisted Minds, of course, they're already in, defending champions. G2 get it done on land, finally, no longer looked at as a laughingstock. Their online results translate here in Atlanta. Novo Esports with the 18-year-old Italian make it on through, as do JD Gaming, and T1 will close out the last spot. Insane stuff from them.
Are you kidding me?
T1 get it done, Goj.
You know what's crazy, by the way? Can we count out the EU teams that crushed it today?
I'd love to.
1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, this is wild. I love what you broke down there, but EU coming all the way over to Atlanta and performing better here than at home was really cool.
Yeah, I think it's been a sign of the growth. I think we walked away from the Birmingham event all a bit dejected. We get one team through. It's one that no one really expected in Ravens at the time, and a lot of our big hitters, they fell short, incredibly short on the day, whereas again, a lot of hard work at home, a lot of VOD review, a lot of big steps made. It's time and time again. When our region gets opportunities, they certainly stand up to deliver.
So just to reiterate, Falcons win, Ravens, Twisted Minds, they were already up there, but it's Orchid, G2, Novo Esports, JD Gaming, and T1 who have now secured a spot at EWC. What a fight, and what a brutal path some of them had to take from group play yesterday to round 2 to this goated lobby. Absolute insanity, but it did not disappoint. DreamHack Atlanta was absolutely incredible, and I hope you guys are all entertained, because Warzone Esports is just, it's wonderful. Now, let's bring it back for the teams that did not make it. Gen.G included, AG, so many great names, NIP.
Dude, Vitality.
What's the next step? Vitality, what's the next step?
Vitality, yet again, just missed out on an EWC spot by 6 points. They were next up. They had, no offense to them, they crushed it in the open side of things. They got to this, they had an awful day today until the final couple maps, and they came alive and almost got an EWC spot. That's why this format is so dang cool, and I love love that we're using it here with Warzone because they still had a chance, and that's what's amazing. I don't care where you're on the leaderboard, you always have a chance. But for Vitality and many others Enigma, they have one more chance, not broadcasted. It's all from the back end. It is the EWC qualifier that is not through a DreamHack or any other major.
No, it isn't. It will be online. They will have to play in through the opens. It will certainly be a gauntlet, and then you will get down to that top lobby. You got to find yourself inside top 6 of North America, top 6 of Europe. That sounds pretty simple when you've just stepped out here, but remember, this is Warzone. Anything can happen on the day. You really didn't want to leave it to that last chance saloon, but you'll be there.
So we got last chance coming up. That is going to be the last chance, last dance to make it to EWC. But for the 5 teams today, freshly entering an EWC, life-changing money. $1 million guaranteed, right, once they reach that stage. And not to mention the money that they ended up earning today and the confidence they get on LAN. And I'm so happy for T1. They had to battle, right, so hard to get here. They barely skirted through. But the point is, you go from their online qualifiers to Birmingham, which was abysmal, into Atlanta. They barely make it, but they make it. The point is they're improving. They're getting better. Come EWC time, they're only going to be even more threatening to the battlefield out there. We got some great teams entering EWC.
And again, as much as we want to keep talking about all these big name teams, this Orchid squad that's bringing in their substitute, we know all 4 of those players plus the sub are going to be going out to EWC. Like, they're taking the full roster because they might be swapping mid-map. I don't know.
That's an awkward conversation now, right? It's kind of like, look, Authentics, we love you and all, brother, but Master 5K just got us over the line. So I'll let them sort that one out.
I bet they all go for sure.
Did you mention their story about the community believing in them?
Yeah, so, I mean, very recently, they didn't even have an organization, and it was only because the French community came out and kind of said, look, this is one of your most consistent performers in the region. They still don't have that representation. That Team Orchid stepped up and went, well, we'll do it. We'll get you boys in. So it's a lovely story that kind of comes full circle with them now stepping up on LAN and, of course, getting themselves to the Esports World Cup.
The community coming in clutch as they typically do. Look, the community in Warzone, the fans, they're locked in. And that's one thing that I love about Warzone Competitive. The fans are passionate for sure. What a day it was, genuinely. We now have our teams locked in. We've given away some great money. We don't know who's going to be able to touch the Falcons going into EWC, but one thing is for certain, we know it's going to be exhilarating. And we also, I'm pretty sure, have some other third-party tournaments happening in between right now.
Gotta stay fresh, man.
Right, you gotta stay fresh, man. Repos, by the way, shout out to you for holding it down with the watch party throughout yesterday and today. I mean, you're always putting in a tremendous amount of work, and we have to give the appreciation where appreciation is due. In fact, we had some incredible watch parties across the board, whether it be CDL, World Series, or excuse me, the Warzone Resurgence Series. We really do appreciate all of you. Let's take a look at our prizing, see how much money we ended up giving away today, because it was a lot. For Team Falcons, 30K, they'll take it. Ahsoka, he needs a new chain, man, because that one chain that he was wearing today was fresh. He's coming to EWC with 2 more.
I'm pretty sure all 3 of these guys are now top 3, by the way, earners when it comes to Resurgence tourneys. So nice job from the Falcons. That checks out. But your boys, Ravens Esports, did fantastic. Still picked up 12 grand.
Yeah, it feels like they're just starting to build a little bit of a CV now, right? A true reason for us to believe that they can go on and do something in the Esports World Cup, because even though they perform well in Birmingham, I think we still came away from it a bit like, all right, yeah, but Nearson was your superstar at the moment, and we don't expect you to do that again going forward. Yeah, it turns out, gentlemen, these guys are here to stay.
Well, look, thanks, money all around, but still a second chance for those who maybe fell short. Tons of money to be given out, and we did exactly that. Now, for the teams that are going to EWC, let's take an official look at the list of teams that ended up making it there through their hard work. And of course, Twisted Minds at the top. They were your returning champions. They locked in the spot. Falcons, Leviathan, Ravens Esports, Virtus Pro, and of course, many others at the bottom.
Yeah, of course, plenty here on our screens and a lot of talent listed through that. But this is not to forget the teams that have qualified from the MENA region, the LATAM North, LATAM South, and APAC. And let me tell you, there's a lot of stars coming on over. It's going to be a hell of a tournament once we get there.
Can you also believe that T1 barely snuck into that last spot with how dominant they were early in this split? People are starting to catch up to T1. They got a lot of work to do.
Again, I think it's their LAN experience. They've now got Birmingham. They now have Atlanta, where they did even better. EWC, they're going to come in hot and ready. They know what to expect with the crowds and the adversity. I think they're going to be just fine.
Also, big shout out to JD Gaming, bro. My guy Slappy is at EWC. Let's go, dude.
Wes is known as like the Grim Reaper because of how brutal he is in terms of cutting teammates if they don't perform well enough. And as much as I love my guy Gooey, you gotta say he's well justified here having got himself over the line.
Well, boys, there it is. That was DreamHack Atlanta. Such an incredible journey for the competitors. I had an absolute blast. It seems like I blinked and I missed all of it, man. It went so fast. I pass it to you for your final words.
Final words. I love Warzone, man. Warzone competitive is so dang fun. I want to shout out everybody behind the scenes, but big shout out to Dandro and Tiff as well. Here with the talent team. They were phenomenal all weekend, and of course, all of us really passionate about Warzone. So it's been fun to do it alongside you guys.
No, absolutely. To echo that sentiment, it's been a pleasure, of course, alongside you two, the crew in the back, and the players certainly delivered in terms of putting on a spectacle. Warzone Esports continuing to do incredible things. Can't wait to see who we go next.
That's right. We still have the online qualifiers. You do not want to miss those. Make sure to be tuning in, I'm sure, to repos as well as the player stream. But for myself, Taylor Reflections, Noble, of course, Dandro, Enigma, Spider, Tip, Goja, Production Q, and you in chat, thank you so much for being here and be back. EWC, it's going to come quick. You don't want to miss it.
I'm ready for war. I'm ready for war. I'm lighting up that fire, yeah, I'm burning up. Look at me, feel the heat. Climbing so much higher, but it's not enough. Let's believe, good to see. Stumbling on the ground to the earth breaks. Hanging out walls, making earthquakes. Never looking back, it's just high stakes. Look at me, yeah. I'm ready for war. Look into my eyes, I'm ready for war. Never gonna stop me, I'm ready for war. Look into my eyes, I'm ready for war. Pushing past the limit, I'm never gonna break. I know I'm gonna win it. Light it up, light it up. Going up, going big, no retreat. Gonna win, going up, going big. I'm ready for war. Look into my eyes, I'm ready for war. Going big, never gonna stop me. I'm ready for war. Look into my eyes, I'm ready for war. Going big, never gonna stop me. I'm ready for war.
Biffle, he needs you! Biffle, he needs you! Back to back! Back to back! You lost! You need me! Hey, drop right here on his ass. Long fight home, buddy. Shut the f*** up. Hey, I'm doing shit. Kings up. Kings up, team. Kings up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Our house. Our house. All your boys shit. Good shit. Shut that shit up, little man. That's little shit. Let's go. Back to back. Kill this shit. Back to back.
dimension. I can make you shine. Now that that's all, let's go win. Taking us to new heights, beauty. Shields recharging.
The टोलियां
Down. Speed up.
Come again? Back to course true.
Introducing your champion.
I say we land here.
Sure thing.
Hope you're ready. All right, here we go. Hostile right here. Damn, getting shot.
Got one. Enemy down.
They'll never shoot through this.
Attention. First blood.
Charging on my shields.
I'm getting shot. No good. I've been down.
Beginning ring countdown.
Pretty weak, brother. There's only 2 up, and he's got him pretty weak. There's a lifeline.
Pretty far.
Contact with hostile.
Hi. You took forever to get there. You're trash.
Not so much the relief.
Introducing your champion.
And I don't even know why I'm champion. I don't think I won the last game.
That area is a good target.
Can you feel the speed? Yeah, we should check that out.
There's no spot going here.
If you're looking for me, I'll be checking that area. I saw someone, and I still think there's an enemy landed near me.
First blood.
Oh, just a sec. Oh, they're shooting at me. Fighting one. It's broken.
You're really spread out.
We
Shouldn't be so
We're not all in
distant.
the ring. Enemy down. Took down an opponent. Track it out and scanning for enemies. Healing.
Opponent found and tracked. Must go faster! Oh, they're shooting at me. Recharging my shields. Cover me.
Even harvesters are now available.
Tracker set and ready to gather intel. Whoa, they're shooting at me. 30 seconds until the ring closes. You like us to close, huh? I take that. Recharging my shields. Cover me. Enemy tracked.
Ring closing in 10. Samuna.
Whoa, they're shooting at me. Yo, cracked an enemy shield.
That whole squad is dead. This is fun.
Oh, new supplies dropping. I could use more stuff. Sweet. This baby's looking even deadlier. Got an enhanced weapon? Ready to use it.
Alright, I'm scanning and getting out. Turning around with that.
Stabilizer here. Level 3. Enemy locations are on your map. Hey, Raga, let's go there.
Attention. There is a new kill.
Let's go kill up over there. Ready to go.
For once, I'm being predictable.
Just spotted someone out there. Oh, they're shooting at me. Looking over there. They're fighting. Ready to ruin someone's day. Recharging my shields. Cover. Yo, cracked an enemy shield. Reloading. Yo, cracked an enemy shield. Arcstar.
Enemy shield cracked.
I'm down.
Hey, what any crashes? Took down an enemy. Hold on, recharging shields.
Reloading. Tracker out. Scanning for enemy. Frag out. Oh, you're all right. Nice.
Good night, beautiful. Maybe this will go better in your dreams.
They're shooting at me.
Where the... What the fuck? Why'd you run? I thought you were right behind me. You said trust. What I get for fucking resin you, bro? You taught me not to do that.
You're going right to a squad. There's a squad right there.
Devotion here. Extended heavy mag here. Oh, it's gold. Like every girl's best friend.
Alright, we're winning this.
Yeah.
I can win this thing with one eye closed, or both eyes closed. Hell, I don't even have to show up.
That's my specialty.
A true hunter bears a cool head and a burning heart.
This is your champion.
Prove your strength before the gods.
Oh shit, what champion?
Bro?
Yeah. You didn't even win.
Might be a good place to land, but what do I know? Bumpy dies.
Oh, what the fuck? I thought it was Revenant.
Better lies below.
Bro, in the new Forza, you can like customize the garage you built your cars in.
For real?
Yeah.
That's hella cool. I saw some of the houses, they look dope.
I'm so excited to play it. And with the wheels
First blood, the battle begins.
Yeah, no, that's hella fun.
Why the fuck do I always get a Mozambique, bro?
They're lucky fire though.
Not early game.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Sorry, look, took that bit.
I was gonna let you.
The ring is close.
Did you see anybody on that scan?
Nah. Let me get the hemlock then.
Does this enhanced weapon make me look scarier? I bet it does. The weapon has been enhanced. Now, we hunt. 45 seconds. Ring's not too far. I'm okay with that.
I think they went this fast. Yeah, they went there.
Okay, I have a need for
Let us catch them unaware. Half a minute. Ring is near. Opening a hole. Watch out.
New kill leader appointed.
Be aware of the new kill leader.
that was a fucking terrible.
My God, ring's moving.
Yeah.
That thing hurts.
They low-key have been shit though.
I leveled up.
Those guys are there.
That's a fucking hard ass lag spike.
Enemies lined up.
Holy shit. It's not my fucking game crashing in.
Scanning the area.
Where the fuck are these kids?
Care package being
Choose an upgrade. I'm itching to use it.
Care package on high. Save us from the gods.
Yeah, this kid's close.
Scanning the area.
I swear.
Bunker, low-key.
I think this is really him out.
No, the nearest enemy's over this way.
Scanning the area.
No, this way.
Don't commit to this too hard.
Nah. They're not like that close, but we're on their ass, bro.
Check your map. And you're welcome.
There's literally no one over here.
God damn, they're all at containment. Should we go back?
Yeah.
They made it there that fast. Oh, I'm lagging too, what the fuck?
My shit was like a packet loss, bro. Like it fucking just froze. Fucking weird.
Damn, I'm lagging hella, bro.
There's somebody on me, I think. Oh, that's a spot. What the fuck is happening?
No way. Fuck.
We're losing. Safety's off, weapons free. Heads on up. Let's show 'em what a little sunshine can do. Introducing your champion. Pain, death, nothing phases me. Jumping! Remember to keep your mouth closed for bugs. Attention. First blood. First blood. Somebody's having fun already.
Ring closes in a minute, but we're near. Seconds until ring close, mga kapatid.
Wait. Enemy over there.